for the occasion, the Christmas season, your dinners, your christenings, your weddings, whatever the occasion, are you looking for fabric to make your religious garments? Visit Point 14. They have all accessories and all materials down to upholstery, ladies and gentlemen. This is your welcome to Kalicharan's Point 14, where there is sale, sale, sale. You don't want to miss it.
Yes, man. In Point 14. Yes, man.
On behalf of the management and staff at Kalicharan's Point 14, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year. Welcome again to Kalicharan's Point 14. Christmas prints, you can find canopy decorations, you can find curtains, ladies and gentlemen, you can find cotton, you can find a wide variety of fabric from silk to denim to suited to all your Christmas fabrics. Visit Kalicharan's Point 14 today.
Yes, man.
A wide variety.
Look, yes, man. Yes, man. And nice prices. Yes, man. Yes, man. Ladies and gentlemen. And they have it in a big way.
You are accusing me for having outside. And when I deny, you swell up your mouth. You really know what parang is about. So when you so indeed
Talk now. Yeah, that's the long time style, boy. Suck it out. You don't know. Did you know that? And it's that. And it's that. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What the best, eh? And it's that, brother. It's a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, I just come to show you when it is happening to be past 2.40 in the morning. You're looking for the best following, the best bubbles, the best saina, brothers and sisters, the best food. On top of that, they have cold drinks, and the staff is very respectable and reliable. Although you don't come out every day, so hopefully after this commercial, you will be out and about every day. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you. And it's like, everybody soon arrive. So they're looking at the man, and they're looking at the young lady. And they see a man in the background, eh? They ain't mine. Right? Smile. So Point 14, we're right in front of the market. So you're passing through Point 14 early in the morning. Come into lunchtime, don't worry. You just re-up. Again, our brother Sunarain is here. So we now come out by the restaurant, now we by the outlet. The outdoor outlet. Either way, Sunarain is Sunarain. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sunarain is Sunarain. So Trinidad and Tobago, Point 14. In Point 14 this Christmas, we know people out and about doing the thing. Some people still looking for down. I mean, you're busy? Stop in and get something to eat. You need to stay focused, you need to stay strong. And this is what Sunarain is here for. Whether you're looking for local cuisine in the restaurant, rice and thing, you're just looking for your palori, your saina, your doubles, whatever it is. You're finding yourself by Sunarain, either by the market or next to Royal Castle. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only for you, when I am out.
It's Christmas, man. Never, never. Bring drinks, man. Bring sips. Your friends are here. Never. Bring drinks, man. Bring on drinks. I said to bring on sips, man.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, once again, you know it's your boy Irvin, it's 6 for television, and again we find ourselves in beautiful, lovely, blessed Point 14. Brothers and sisters, we find ourselves in Kalicharan's establishment. Now mind me ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive Christmas closing down sale. Ladies and gentlemen, every single thing must go. So I need you to call somebody who knows somebody, let them know. After years of dedication, years of service in Point 14, the Kalicharan family just taking a little break. And it's our responsibility to get every single item, every single product that we need. Brothers and sisters, if you say that you are not used to it, you need it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's Christmas time. So as you hear the music in the background, I want to encourage you at Kalicharan Point 14 on the main road. Brothers and sisters, and get all your items that you need this blessed Christmas. Every single thing here is on sale. Every single thing must go. So I will just walking down the aisles one by one, and I want to encourage you. Monday to Saturday, you happen to be in Point 14, you're stepping into Kalicharan right next, opposite Furniture Plus to be exact. Ladies and wait, let me reverse here so that you get them things. Nice little Christmas cups, your Christmas bucket. You're getting your nice little items. Come on here, your baking pan. Every single thing that you could be thinking about as we navigate towards this Christmas season. Brothers and sisters, is right here at Kalicharan. And as I told you, it's a closing down sale. So everything must go. Every single thing must go. So listen to me tomorrow, please the Lord, is already Saturday the 6th. Brothers and sisters, yes, bags, jeans, pants, nice suits. Every single thing. Yeah. Let me show you when you're visiting Point, you're looking for something to eat, where you're stopping to get it. See that sign there?
To get together and do something nice. Lesson, you ready?
Let's go.
It's painting time.
Management and staff at Sunarine's Restaurant at 648. Before Sunarine's Restaurant, ladies and gentlemen, in our local cuisine. Brothers and sisters, once you are at the right place, you could never, ever make a wrong buy. Remember, Sunarine's Restaurant is here to serve you, the people of Point 14 and Trinidad and Tobago. And again, we wish you a Merry Christmas. See my lovely wife collecting her thing there? Brothers and sisters understand what's going on. Does each one help one? A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Merry Christmas from the management and staff at Sunarine's Restaurant. Thank you. Blessed good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Blessed good afternoon. Once again, you know, this is the day that the Lord has made. We must continue to rejoice and be glad in it. And as we meet and as we greet this afternoon, I want to thank each and every one of you all, and I want to welcome you to our Real Talk program this afternoon. And as much as we real talking, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pick a calypso. So pick a calypso. Look at put that up in the comment section for me. And we go run that, and we go make today be just like Casual Friday. Today is a day you could call in, express what on your mind, things happening in your community, things that little ideas that you have. Let me utilize the day for a positive piece of vibes today. Today is a day for us to thank God for Jesus. I know here in Point 14, a couple of our brothers and sisters went out to work. So, and you know, you just hear loudly when the work is taking place, you hear loudly people talking and they condemning and saying all what they have to say. Saying all what they have to say. But the problem with it now is when things start to unfold, you just barely hear about the good things that are taking place. So I just want us to utilize today for let me thank God for Jesus for good things that are taking place. No volume. Somebody say no volume. Talk to me, I ain't hearing you. Somebody said no volume, and I think at the highest there, so you have to let me know exactly what's going on. So volume low. This is what I'm seeing here. So just now, let me see if we can get this thing going the right way. I want to say blessed good afternoon to my brother that came down to point 14. All right, we raising the volume a little bit. Again, only bear with me. Let me see if we could get this thing right. Hello? Huh? You're hearing it low. All right. Blessed good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making some adjustments here, so I'll just tell me as soon as I'll hear me clearly. Blessed good day to you, to your entire family. You hear me better, you know? Lovely. Lovely. I want to say blessed good afternoon to those of you on Facebook. Were you on here, Facebook?
Yeah.
All right, to our brothers and sisters on Facebook. I say blessed good afternoon to our 640 television channel on Facebook. I say blessed good afternoon to our Felix channel on Facebook again. And I send out love to our brothers and sisters on YouTube. Again, and we want to thank the social media platform for continually giving us the opportunity to express ourselves. Again, we believe we hearing clearly. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Stiller. Thank you very much. We believe what is being said and what is being done, it needs to be said and done. You see what happened? For a lack of knowledge, the people will perish, and our responsibility is to make sure that we impart the relevant knowledge. So I want to utilize today to be a special day on 640 television. As you know, over the period of time since the election, you know, the program continue. We keep connecting, we keep sharing the message. And again, we do this together as a people. But you know, here at 640 television, and I thank each and every one of you who bear with us and continue to bear with us. Again, you know, it's being financed out of pocket basically. So while we deal with that, we just thank you and continually thanking you, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's not what my country could do for me, it's what I could do for my country. And this is as simple. It's not what really and truly my government could do for me. It's what I could do for my government. It's not what my community could do for me. It's what I could do for my community. And if it's one thing that I learn along the way, watch me. Ladies and gentlemen, don't watch me just so. I had a journey. I had some ups, and by the grace of God, we had some downs. And let me explain something to you. Something that I learned along the way, and nobody can take this away from me. You see your giftings. Despite what it is you're doing, you see your giftings will always make way for you. You know why? Because your giftings, you didn't get that from yourself. You didn't get that from your mother or your grandmother. Your giftings come from God. Brothers and sisters, whatever ethnicity, whatever religious or spiritual background you come from, something just tell me to explain that to you. And while I'm talking to you, it's because I'm talking to me. Or my internet really bad. Or Michael, oh gosh. Well, they will get you as the day move along. By the grace of God, we will get you. Semantics, we welcome you this afternoon. Monica, bless, good afternoon. Steel, big up yourself, big up yourself. Who we have here again? Mr. Daniel, bless, good day. Somebody link Nikki from Apple, Sammy, Triple D Roti Shop. Semantics, bless, good afternoon to you, big brother. Come on, who we have in the building again? And again, as you come up, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to recognize you and I just want to welcome you to today's program. Ramki Soon, bless good afternoon, and big up yourself. And while we're at it, I want to send out some love to our UNC family. We send out some love to our Honorable Prime Minister and each and every one of our brothers and sisters in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me change this glasses there. I was reading something just for the ladies and gentlemen. But my eyes so bad, 1 minute I seen and I see it tick. So you know how it does go. So let me utilize this one here. Because I'm watching closer now, I see better. Yeah. So while we at it, I just want to continue to thank each and every one of you, our loyal listeners, our viewers that continue to support diligently over the years. And it's only because of you this is done. Because ladies and gentlemen, you know it's a journey. So again, seeing that we have the music we could run, I want to run a calypso. And Miss Pat, bless good afternoon to you. Josh, bless good afternoon to you. Everyone who coming up, I want to say bless good afternoon and welcome to today's program. Ricardo, bless good afternoon to you, man. And who we have on Facebook side? I don't have no screen in front of me again to see the Facebook side. But ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, while we doing this thing together, we doing this thing sensible. So listen, I just want to ask you, your volume is low. Thought I know raise it. Somebody just told me they hear me good day now. Bless afternoon, bless afternoon. Song bless good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to join us in our word of prayer. Let me thank God for Jesus for having us here today. Let me give God some praise, some honor, and some glory. Heavenly Father is your son, Irvin. Father, as we come to you this afternoon, Father, we want to lift up each and every one of our brothers and sisters that is upon the platform this afternoon. Father, we thank you for each and every one of our listeners, our viewers. Father, we give you the praise, the honor, and the glory. We continue to submit ourselves to you. We say Jesus Christ is Lord, and you are worthy to be praised. So, Father, this afternoon, we put each and every situation in your hand. Father, this afternoon, we put each and every person, every family, every marriage in your hand. Father, and we ask that you have your way. Father, we ask that you just take charge of Trinidad and Tobago, take charge of the Caribbean and the world in extension. Father, we just want to lift up war-prone areas this afternoon before you. And Father, nothing happens. Nothing happens without your authorization. So Father, I'm just asking that this conversation between the United States and Venezuela, Lord, I just pray that you bring some sense to it. Father, I want to thank my Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Honorable Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa SC, for representing the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We want to lift up each and every person, every sector representing this afternoon, every ministry we lift up before you. Father, and we ask that you just continue to take charge. You encamp your angels around the structure of Trinidad and Tobago. And Father, I ask that you just strengthen, you guide, and you continue to protect our Honorable Prime Minister. And Lord, I say a special prayer for my Member of Parliament for Point 14, Minister Nestor Raymond Kiza. Father, I say you have your way where there seems to be no way. Lord, I pray that the relevant doors open that needs to be open, and all the doors that needs to be shut, be shut. So Father, you continue to guide him. You order his steps. Every single thing that is said and done, Father, may it be from you and for you. Lord, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Your word said weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. So Father, this afternoon, I ask that you take charge of our program. This afternoon, Lord, I ask that you take charge of every single thing that is said and every single thing that is done. This afternoon, I ask that you take charge of every person that is commenting. I ask that you take charge of even our social media platforms, Lord. And Father, as we go forward today, Father, I just ask that you just continue to take all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory, and we submit ourselves to you. Father, we say less of us to you and more of you this afternoon. Lord, we just want to thank you. We want to give you all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory. And Lord, I say a special prayer for my family and my children, my lovely wife. Father, I ask that you just continue to guide her. I lift up my mother this afternoon, my stepfather and every single mother-in-law and every person. Father, we pray for parents and grandparents tonight. We pray for children tonight. And Lord, we say you have your way in each and every community today in Trinidad and Tobago. Have your way. Father, you continue to order our steps. In no other name but Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as you come up, I want to encourage you. Call somebody who knows somebody. Let somebody know we're doing something a little different today. So here what we're doing. I'm running one calypso because I don't want the social media platforms and them to flag me. And again, the phone number is on the line. You will call in and you will let us know what is on your mind, what you think about who said what they said and what you didn't like about it. You could even say something that's going on in your community. You could big up somebody in your community. You could even speak. I want to start it for you today. My conversation is that people were seriously getting worried in Point 14 because we have particular persons who actually used to utilize the CPEP and URP structure, and a couple of them have lost their jobs. We know the facts that are taking place out there. But the heights is the fact that people started going to interview for the past 3 weeks. And then yesterday, when I was out in Point 14, I realized people actually want to work. I want to give some big up to my government for that. I want to give some big up to my government for that. So ladies and gentlemen, as you come up, and you share the light, call somebody who knows somebody.
About that lady, he want to marry.
Yes.
You going to get on, boy.
Why you want to marry?
You don't have no money. You ain't working.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, so let tell me if I hear me good deal. Let me check my volume on this side. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, so let tell me. Right, I assume all hearing me properly there because I hear you loudly in the studio. So we go utilize this shadow this afternoon.
She want here do and color do.
Wrong song.
Somebody will horn you.
All your wrong song. Really wrong shadow. Wrong shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, as you come up, I want to wish you a blessed Friday. Today is 12th of December, and direct from our studio, we want to send love to you and your entire family. This afternoon, we're doing it with a twist. This afternoon, we're doing it in a way that you yourself have your responsibility to call in. So we go just jab out through the afternoon, and again, we thanking Facebook, we thanking YouTube for giving us the continuous opportunity to express ourselves on your platform. But ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk. You calling in and you talk. Whole week I talking. Today is for your turn to talk. You utilize the phone line and all your calling. As soon as you call, as soon as the phone ring, the music will cut one time. You have it. Right. You know what I'm now studying too? It will be hard. It will be hard to run through this process here. I think. Hello? All right, hold on 1 sec. Are we did that call too? Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What's going on, big brother? Talk to us.
Well, I wonder how the PNM feeling now. The city man say Trinidad is them one, Ghana is them one. I wonder how they feeling now.
Talk to me, that one.
All the time the lady was correct.
Yeah.
You understand? With all that oil back in our lane in Ghana. What the man say? He gonna take over with military force as Quavo.
Thank you.
Eh?
Thank you. And you
Plus,
know,
I recently went up to Tobago and I'm really disappointed in what I see, boy. Them PNM campaigning, only giving out a set of weed and rum to young people.
partners, what you
The
saying?
police are to get involved in that.
Yeah, well, if it's nice what you're saying and you see that no, well, then the police have to get involved in that. That ain't right.
Yeah, they have to get involved. I hope they hear this.
Yes.
Well, I'll have a good evening.
Thank you very much, caller. And ladies and gentlemen, we are the first call. I tell you, we're utilizing the line this afternoon. You're going to tell me things you see that you didn't like, things that you see that you like. As I'm telling you, I don't tell you something that I see and I like. And we go navigate, so I go tell you what I see and I ain't like too. Let me go now, man. There we go. Bless good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Bless good afternoon to my UNC, my coalition family. Bless good afternoon to Point 14. Bless good afternoon to Cedros, Erin, Buenos Aires, and the Carcass. Talk to me. Hey.
I have to mention in my confession to you, my lover, and must discuss what we should and shouldn't do.
I want to say a blessed good afternoon to Granny this afternoon. Anthony, I see you in the building. Bless good afternoon.
A good relation is a relation based on
Semantics, I seen you. Bless afternoon to you.
my lover. We too jealous and suspicious. It's outrageous and ridiculous to see we messing up the mind.
I mean, you must have something on your mind because over the period of time we listen to the conversation. And despite the condemnation that's continued to be distributed on a daily basis from you know who, I want to just remind you that God does put up and He does take down. Certain folks had the opportunity to take charge of this country. They had the opportunity to run and govern this place. Talk to me. Bless good afternoon, Mr. Freeport. How you doing? How you doing?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes, man.
Boy, the volume real low, but when I using the headset, it's loud.
All right. Oh. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how things with you?
No, well, I did fighting with it. You know how it does go.
Well, I want all who supported Maduro to take what they hear today
Yeah.
and smoke it in the pipe,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yes.
These people and them, I don't know what they want to do. Thank God, we had Trump.
Yeah.
Otherwise, now so, that it mash me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looked like Rowley. It looked like Rowley and Stuart Young sell out Trinidad to Maduro, you know.
Partners, you're seeing that? If you spend more money on Maduro than you spend in your own communities in Trinidad, you sell out your country.
Yes.
That was
And I keep saying that all the time. Why it is these two people going to Venezuela so often? What is the plan? What is the situation with Maduro? What they have hiding?
right.
Something had to be hiding.
Yes.
And these people has talked to we and Guyana like if there's Bajon boy.
Well, that is the situation.
We agreed they're big. Yes, they're big, they have ammunition.
Yeah.
But that don't mean to say that gives you the authority to talk to we as all you want.
No, that didn't make
sense. We have a authority too.
Freeport, you know what bad in that? Let me tell you, you know what bad in that? What bad in that is that the CARICOM nations that actually signed the agreement to work together to keep the Caribbean zone to keep a zone of peace. The fact that Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar kept it real when she went to the UN and spoke, and they turned their back on Ms. Kamala. Matter of fact, some of them bad talk and blaspheme against the Prime Minister. And they allow their supporters to do it. They allow their social media personnel to do it in their relevant countries. And it shows that was very, very bad. Because the fact still remains is that Venezuela is not and was not a part of the whole CARICOM deal. So if a prime minister in the CARICOM deal make a decision that, listen, the country that I reside in, crime too high. So based on my conscience and what the people of Trinidad and Tobago has experienced, I cannot come to you and explain to you that we living in a zone of peace when people was being slaughtered by the 27 and 28 people a weekend. So Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar kept it real. She also know that the fight would have been hard. She also know that the struggle would have been hard. But the fact still remain is that somebody had to start the fight somewhere.
And you know, Mia Motley throw we under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
She had the biggest mouth. And you know what disappoint me again, boy?
Mm-hmm.
The public servant and them. Everybody want to cut Kamala Persad-Bissessar throat. Rowley gave them a pack of biscuit and they was happy.
Yeah, 10 a biscuit and they were satisfied. Nobody didn't complain. Matter of fact,
they were satisfied. No protest.
The people of the country find out that long after. First they collect the biscuit and carry it home.
Now the health service threatening no health care from now until Christmas or maybe for the rest of the year.
You see, now I'm glad that
why are you doing?
I'm glad that you bring
why are you doing the woman that?
I'm glad that you bring up that conversation. First things, Freeport, let me bring a little correction to that statement you now make. Them in doing the woman that, you know, is the citizens them going to do that, you know.
They're doing the country that and they can't realize that.
No, listen to me. Let me give you a piece of breakdown there and bring it as real as I could bring it this afternoon. Because the facts still remain. If it is the Health Association of Trinidad and Tobago, that is the decision that they are going to make. Having all the information, knowing that this is a new government in place, trying to open back a refinery that was unjustly closed, trying to get the health sector up and running, trying to get agriculture. This government have the responsibility to jumpstart the economy. Now, nobody never said under this government that all you don't deserve all your money. Under the former administration, they told you if they pay you, they will have to fire you. This government made no said or such statement. You have a government that is willing to work with you. All right, Miss Felicia Thomas was up in front. Miss Felicia Thomas had the conversation before you. Miss Felicia Thomas get you 10%. No problem. Under the former administration, you who signed off on your 5%. All the time you sign your 5%, why didn't you lobby at that point in time? And you know election was coming. That was a good time to get your 5%. You could have utilized that as a bargaining chip for you to vote for them. You did not do that. You always sat back and think that the PNM would have win and everything would have just continue. But now the people of Trinidad and Tobago make a totally different decision. Freeport is like the member of parliament for Point 14, still pretending he don't understand why he is out of parliament today. It's like him. Because you did not represent the
parliament
people.
because he didn't care.
Thank you. They did not care. And if you have a government that is publicly showing you, despite what anybody say, despite who speak ethnicity, despite who speak who don't like who, the public information is that this government responsibility is to work on behalf of everybody. And this is what the government is doing.
Well, this fellow who represented the nurses and them, I don't know what happened with him.
Freeport, something is seriously wrong with a lot of those public representatives in this country. Because let me explain something to you. This thing is as simple. People that talk about councillor is hard work and all kind of thing. This thing is as simple as being willing, ready to do the work. You know? That person, when somebody elect you as a union president and only formulate the board, nobody didn't elect you to argue, you know. When you as the union say come out and march, it's because it have justifiable documentation to show that every avenue to fix the problem was tried, you know. You listening conversation. I listened to a man come out the other day speaking on behalf of our union. And his argument is that the water money and all the money cash. I said, but wait, this man didn't even explain in the bargaining period, and then the very next day after investigating Freeport, only to find out them ain't even bargain yet.
Well, this is what they're doing, boy, for 9.5 years. They didn't say nothing.
So then my point is, why after being elected in as a union president, why are you utilizing the illiterate angle? That's an illiterate angle. Why would you bring the conversation loudly open like it never had no intentions to deal with you? When the fact remains is that you still have to go in front of the CPO. You still have to.
And the problem is all where they're going wrong.
Yeah. Oh God, Freeport Granny on the line.
Somebody calling.
Yeah, Freeport Granny on the line. Granny, bless, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm hearing the conversation.
Yes.
Which is very good.
Freeport is still there?
But when they was going to protest for money, I don't know if you could remember, Rowley told them, who don't work will not get paid.
Yeah. Yes.
You remember that?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So let it go on and this protest thing. Let me tell you how this thing going. Google had the money man manning on program this week.
Yeah.
Brad Manning said if the SOE didn't do, he would have done come out and they would have done the protest. The Google asked the Brad Manning, would you be in the protest? Say yes, I would lead it. This protest, with all of them going to do now. The Brad Manning and the PNM is in the back of that. Then the PNM, you hear they say they're going to make war?
Yes.
Right, the war is in different ways.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Yes, so I said when I call you on this week program, I just listen and go to you and them because I just want to know what they're going against my government.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So the PNM here in that. But when they say they're going to protest, Raul sent out a message.
Yeah.
Who don't work will not get paid. I
Yeah.
hope they remember that. That would be the same thing to stand with camera.
Yes. Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
And everybody wants money for Christmas. The whole of Trinidad wants money. We say in a word. Eh? Which you don't get money all for Christmas.
Come on now, man.
If Raul did it, they would have to pay property tax.
Yeah.
Or they would have to eat cassava Christmas Day.
They wouldn't be
Or they
talking.
would have seen the yam good because it's 2 years since he planted the yam seed. Or they would have to meet him to find out if the yam good to dig.
Yeah.
Or they would have to tighten up the belt because they would not be able to eat a whole plate full. Or they would have to eat a little bit because if you eat plenty, your belly will get a little raw.
Yes.
So you have to tighten your belt before.
Yeah.
You hear?
Yes.
So what they want my government to do, she should do the same thing Rowley said.
Yeah.
Or look at 1%. But who don't work will not get paid. I don't know if you can remember when Rowley and the gray-headed man tell them, if the nurses don't want to work from here, I'll bring nurses some other country.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Granny, you well remember.
And let me tell you something. I had a big surgery. And I was in the hospital, right? And I am not a racial person. I'm going to tell you about them nurses. Let me tell you about them nurses. Them nurses. A Negro girl going to get surgery in front of me, a young girl.
Yeah.
Them nurses bring lunchtime food. Rice and dashing was party.
Yeah.
And this she got to eat before she go to take surgery. I get major technical and life-threatening surgery.
Yeah.
And they say I don't have no, the doctor order my food. Yeah. You know what they do? They bring stale red bean and rice. Stale red bean and rice that they bring from the day before. But my daughter used to bring food.
Oh, God.
So that nurses go work to look at my blood bag.
Yeah.
They never come to look at me and my blood bag. And I had 80 years when I had a life-threatening surgery.
Oh.
There was another patient was bleeding. And they never come to look at the patient to put on more blood to the patient. I don't know how the doctor come in the ward and say, let me go and see the patient.
Yeah.
The doctor write up that set a nurse. She says she don't care. Right?
Yeah.
So the nurses are not working. They don't bring a bed pan for you. 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. You can't sleep in the night. You're not going to take a sleep.
Yeah.
You come in with cold water. Cold water. And you have big surgery and they're telling you see about yourself. Yeah. And the racial. The racial in the hospital. I could come out and say it in a platform.
Yeah.
How they treat me.
Yeah.
But my daughter is to bring food.
Right.
And my grandchildren
Amen to that.
working in the hospital, so there's to see about me.
Right.
You hear?
Yeah.
My neighbor children is doctors in the hospital.
Right.
And they used to come and tidy me.
Right.
But they're not saying about patients.
Jesus.
The nurses are never working. Let me tell you what they're doing. They're giving wrong medicine. They're taking another patient medicine and giving another patient. And they have to run the patient to work out back the medicine. But they want money.
Yeah.
And they're working. I telling you,
Will you
I
say?
always say that on your football
Yeah.
program. Always. So let camera do the same thing Rowley do who don't pay, who don't work, get no pay.
Right. Right.
I did love nurses, but not again.
Oh
I'm
gosh.
gonna tell you, a doctor asked a nurse, I would like to get $2 to give a patient, please. The nurse tell the doctor, now the nurse is, she's higher than the doctor, and she's a brown clothes nurse. She's a brown clothes one.
Will
She
you
said, if you want the $2, go to the front desk. Yeah,
What you saying, Granny?
yeah.
Granny, I
That
go.
is the nurse age.
Whoa.
But the Cuban nurses, the men Cuban nurses, they tidy in the woman patient. They tidy in the woman patient. The men Cuban nurses.
All
When they
right.
come from away, the men, they tidy in the old men and them.
Right.
And, yes. And the same about the female too.
All right.
If they're good, them nurses are good.
Oh
Indian, Creole, all.
Oh God. Granny, we gotta touch on that. We got to touch on that. Oh God.
When you is a nurse, my father used to go. You have to be nice with people. And you have to do your work for a job. Or don't take the job. But I would lie. If you see all the doctors,
Yeah.
they're working around the clock. And the Nigerian doctors, when you hear they treat you, they're well treated. They know they work.
Yeah.
Yeah, the doctors working around the clock to save life. What happens to the nurses when it's 10 o'clock? They put their head on their hand and they sleep in.
Oh God.
They don't care who dead or who live.
Oh God. Granny, I'm real sorry
Yeah.
that you went through that experience. I'm
Yes,
afraid to
yes.
even ask the hospital.
Yes,
Oh God.
but lucky, is that lucky, my neighbor Sharon is doctors.
Right.
And they was working in the hospital. So they used to come and check me. And they used to see what's going on. They used to see what's going on with all the nurses. Indian, African, all the nurses. All.
We.
This hospital business was straight out. They have to do like long time. How the matron to pass. And a doctor come in 12 o'clock night to find out about a major and technical patient with a major surgery. They don't know if the surgery, the person was dead or live. You know, it didn't tell yet when the doctor moved. The nurse cussing in the whole ward.
Oh gosh.
Why he come this hour for? Why he come for? He come for because he says at night. She want to go and sleep. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Felix. I have plenty to talk.
Thank you. Thank you much, Granny. Thank you much for your contribution. Love you, Granny. Ladies and gentlemen, no, that is disappointing to hear. And I think to some of our nurses, because I had two conversations I could give you when it comes to nurses and the hospital. One was flawless, and one was outrageous. And I just want to say to our nurses out there, just in case that a lot of you all think that the average person in this country was liking or enjoying the fact that you was being directly disrespected. We saw what was done to you, you know. We saw that you all couldn't even speak about contracts. We saw. And we the people, especially those of us who does be in the public domain, we know it would have affect the way you function, especially in the workplace. Because the work and the contribution you make, it is highly expected that you continue to be professional. But when you hear we having people, and Granny wouldn't be the only person, because I myself have a conversation just like that. Because I could go one way when Aiden was born. Aiden born in Point 14, not in the new hospital, in the old hospital. And I remember the night they had called me up. I think I was on work, and they called me and said, "Boy, Annie gone by the hospital thing." And I went by the hospital, and when I reached by the hospital, it so happened that she wasn't ready. So they tell me I couldn't stay by the hospital the night. So knowing me, I just basically ignored them and stayed by the hospital the night. But it so happened now that I stayed so long and it still wasn't ready that when I went and speak to her, she told me, "Well, boy, here is the situation. Better you go home and bathe. Eat something," because I didn't eat because they called me out from which part I was. Eat something and then you'll come back and lime. It so happened that when I leave, about 15 minutes after, she take in. So when I reach back, she in surgery because there was C-section. And well, I out in the front, I waiting because she gone in. They tell me, well, the wheel she in. She went in with Dr. Pierre. And Dr. Pierre did the surgery. I want to say blessed good afternoon to the Pierre family. And she did this surgery. And well, I sit down out in front because I think I reached back by the hospital about 9 o'clock. She went into the surgery about 8:45 or 8:40 something. 9:40 something. 10:40 something. 11:40 something. I said, but wait, what really going on? So I get up now and I go and I ask the reception. I say, well, what is the situation? I come to find out, well, what is the scene going on with my child? Because, and my wife, because I brought my wife here to do surgery. She went into surgery, ate something. And nobody I know, I ain't get no feedback from the doctor, nobody. So what is the situation? What going on? Ladies and gentlemen, these people tell me, Mr. Felix, you see your wife? We don't know nothing about your wife. But you see your son, he in the back. And listen to me, when I hear my son in the back, I say, well, all right then. Now mind me keeping in mind they're my only son and now get my first son. I say, well, all right then. But the nurse who explaining this to me, because our ladies and gentlemen, me line to tell you, are real quarreling. Because too much hours passed. I think by now we was on the 6th to the 7th hour. A real quarreling. So a nurse now who know me relatively come and she started conversating with me and she telling me really and truly we don't really know what's going on with your wife. So when I get to hear that from this nurse talking to me sentimental, the inevitable jump in my head. And I started chip off in the people place. I said, no, all the plain matter. What the hell, all now take out my wife, ate something. Is about we are a little after 2 o'clock in the morning now, and only explaining to me that my son in the back, I can't get to see my son, and my wife only don't know which part my wife is. This is mad thing. I say no, I'm mash up this hospital thing. Then the nurse end up telling me, well, Mr. Felix, take it. Here what going on? I could carry you to see your son. I say, well, all right, no, see now, mind me, ladies and gentlemen, those hours what I talking about had 6 nurses liming in the reception booth. For them full hours, I sit down waiting. You know. Them laughing, they talking, they eating, they drinking, them chilling, they have on the white. They come to work. But by when the nurse tell me, let me go in the back. Let me show you your son. When we go in the room, Aiden in an incubator. The incubator open. Ladies and gentlemen, I live in the United States of America. So if I tell you that the room was brick, I'll let you know that the room was very cool. And my son screaming, them days he's still a little pink, screaming at the top of his lungs. Nobody in the room. When I touch my son shaking. Watch me. The nurse watched me in my face. I said, nurse, what kind of mad people thing going on here? Well, she and all chip off because had she known that he was in that condition, she would have never carried me there. Because they told her that days where he is. Only to realize they left the incubator open. Left Aiden unattended. The room, boy, watch me, is one of the coldest room I went in, by. In this country, since I've been in this country. Up to today, Aiden still have a cold. I don't know if it's that what give him it. And I'm saying, after experience, no, well, after seeing that, now listen, listen how they try to justify it now. After seeing Aiden now, well, I gone back in the front, and you know, well, that is the day. It's bacchanal in the hospital because the conversation before I reach in the back day is all you don't know which part my wife is. And on top of that, the week before, the same week, earlier on in the week, somebody had died in surgery in Point Fortin Hospital, and the next woman, they cut the child and they cut the lady, and the child would get cut. Some bacchanal thing that take place, but I don't think it was Pierre who they do them surgery. But my assurance was is Dr. Pierre handling with surgery, so we good to go. And I did not want to hear that the night. I don't want to hear, I don't know this man personally, so you don't try to hang no livelihood. My wife and my child, or they done leave my child in the back room already, freezing cold, and then my wife down in some surgery room, and nobody don't know where my wife is. Well, bye. Brothers and sisters, after hours of quarreling, well, me ain't gonna lie, over the period of time when they get to realize that they left Eden, they went and they take the thing and the game in again and dress him up and thing. But to justify the wickedness that was done, one of the nurses, I never forget the lady, she live in Point Fortin. She walked up to me and explaining to me, Mr. Felix, I'm watching how it is you're talking to people by the hospital here about your child and your wife. You're getting on like you come by the hospital with a bag. This lady trying to explain to me that I allow my wife to leave home to go and make child, and she didn't even have a bag pack. Well, I take her turn and she's skin. Me a she, but I put she in she place. You're fast and you're out of place. Don't do me that. Because the same bag my wife have, I say if you want to find my wife bag, just go and look for the jacket she had on. She jacket was matching the 90, matching the bag. So you're fast and out of your place. Everything Pampers was matching, everything was the same flavor, so nobody couldn't lose nothing. All right, it so happened. When it is the dude track down the situation, ladies and gentlemen, this what I'm telling you is hours are quarreling, with security, police, everybody on the scene. Hours are quarreling. Next thing you know, the conversation. Let me go and check in the surgery room. This is the conversation. After they look all over the hospital, nobody can find Annie. Nobody didn't even study to look for Dr. Pierre. Them looking for Annie in what room Annie in, because Annie come to do surgery, she come to do a C-section. The last resort, after about 7 hours in, somebody say, let me check the surgery room. When they go down there, apparently Dr. Pierre do one surgery, 8:40 something, and he do the next surgery 8:50 something. So the two persons was in the room. And apparently now the two women wake up before he leave the room. So Dr. Pierre and these two women he now do surgery with. One is my lovely wife. The next lady, she don't pass me nowhere in the grocery anyway. The next lady and Dr. Pierre, the three of them sit down inside of the room, and these people liming and talking about life. And we talking about bacchanal by the hospital, police, all kind of mad thing. The part of that story I didn't like was Aiden, how they left Aiden. So really and truly, I say that to say this. To tie into this conversation with Granny, because what Granny say, that is very heartbreaking, because Granny is an elder in society. Those are the folks who are responsible for building this country. Those are the folks, Granny, Freeport, it has some elderly people who does be tuning in here. Those are the folks, despite what going on, they had to work, and every time they make a purchase, they paying taxes, and they did it. So the least we could do, whether an elderly person come for social help, or an elderly person come by the hospital or the shop by the post office, the respectable thing, I mean the Trinidadian humanitarian thing to do, is to make sure that the elderly brothers and sisters be treated with respectfully and fairly. I just tell people my age, I'm in my 40s. You could say Lala Felix and them take strain based on how sick I is by the hospital. But if it is you see an elderly person coming weeping, come on. I'm just saying that we don't have our elderly brothers and sisters speaking about our service like that. So I want to speak to the nurses who does do the work faithfully. I'm thanking you, because this story we're going to give you here is one that I really appreciate from the nurses in Point Fortin New Hospital. I think was it Aliyah? When your mother did her surgery? Last year? Well, all right. But Aliyah telling me it's almost 2 years now and he did a surgery. It was a Valentine Day. And he and them had a eat up and a drink up where she was working. And then when she reached home now, it so happened that she didn't eat on work. She kept the food for the day and then she come home with the food and then she started eating the food. No, she didn't come home with the food now. When I pick her up, she started eating out of the meat in the car. Ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, by the time we stop, I drink a Carib and he drink a ginseng. I might drink about 2 Carib and he drink 2 ginseng. And then we left and come home. When my wife reached inside, she reached inside crying. Now, I didn't understand what was going on. The children didn't understand what was going on because she was crying outrageous. But you know woman, so she fighting to cover the pain. But you're seeing it. Nah, something wrong. She bite the bullet and maybe about. When she went the night, she went late the night by the hospital. When we reached by the hospital, me like to tell you, the nurse, to that nurse, if it is you listening to the program, because I get to understand that point 14, hospital staff does listen to the 648 program. Bless good afternoon to you. When the nurse came out, when I pull up in the car and the nurse came out and saw my wife's face and asked you, well, where's the problem? What happened to you? And my wife pulled she belly. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like everything went into activation mode. It's like everything was just set there waiting for somebody to show up who just might show up with this problem. Is the call for the wheelchair. When they realize, wait, when the wheelchair man reached, it's because the man with the bed was right behind him. The nurse directing them, right, let me get her here. And we went in the back thing. Mr. Felix gave you a little few minutes outside thing, and they started doing the thing straight from that. Aliyah, how much it take? It might take a couple of hours before they send you in the surgery, like the next morning. Yeah. The thing happened so quickly. What it is the thing happened with Annie? Annie had a hernia. Yeah, it was kind of quick. Annie had a hernia. And they had to get to it before it burst. If it had burst, they say that would have been it, she'd have died. So the conversation when we entered the hospital was like, if we do not deal with this now, brother, we going to lose this lady. And me in line to tell you, see, that structure, a service that we experience. And mind me, I ain't taking nothing away and I ain't putting my head on a block because I listen other people, 2-3 people, not because the majority that speak highly about Point 14, staff, and the hospital on the whole. Although I myself find that the hospital is supposed to be washed down already. We're supposed to wash down the hospital. The hospital need washing down. Right now, enough people meet me and they say no. Even at the end of the day, we don't care about all the politics and all of that. But that is a new building. And on top of that, the persons who actually working in that building, we expecting them to come to work with pride and we expecting the best from them on a daily basis. I say that to say this. One, for instance, a nurse slip up. The next, for instance, all the nurse and them execute, the doctors, everybody execute the task good. We wouldn't meet everybody at the same time how everybody want us to meet them on an everyday basis. But our responsibility at all point in time, and especially if you are being paid, is to remember you're delivering a service to people, which is rather concerning to me when I listen to the medical fraternity of Trinidad and Tobago speaking about striking if they don't get the money for Christmas. That is rather concerning and dangerous. Had the rest of Trinidad and Tobago stood up and say, well, boy, Rowley tell them, if he pay them, he go fire them. Rowley tell them that all they have to listen and all they can't get our money. Rowley and his team sit back and explain to them, give a breakdown. If they pay the public servants their resources, explain how much billions of dollars. And when they already did that, they gave a justification for not paying the public servants. Is not everybody in the country supported that conversation. Not everybody in the country was comfortable with that. And I think by now, everybody in this medical fraternity of Trinidad and Tobago, we're supposed to realize that at least everybody, even we talking to we family or not, we have a family member working there. So we know what our family members was going through. We actually connected to the public, so we are aware of what the public was going through. But what is dangerous is when you try to hold the country at ransom when it comes to medical. That is rather troubling to me. It seems to me like you could end up on a boat in Miami, putting up pictures of you and your loved ones that you're in a good spirit. When they do a insulin in the hospital. Lily? Watch me. Yes. Blessed good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Just explaining something. And this is what I'm saying. I'm just asking people, let me practice a little patience. Ladies and gentlemen, the phone line is open now. I say I wasn't doing much talking today. The phone line is open. I need to hear from you what good going on in your zone. What bad going on in your zone. What need fixing in your zone. Again, we already listened. The government put the initiative outside. So it had the street light project going on. So if it is you're sending the information and it ain't reached nowhere yet, let me utilize the platform. You could call in, you could talk about that. Just make sure you have the light pole number, the direct location, so we could forward the information to the relevant persons. This is what it is about today. Today's Friday and we're moving casual today. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, it's 5:15. I want to ask you to share the live. Let me do a little ads now. Let me pay some bills.
It's Christmas, man. Never, never. Bring drinks, man. Bring sips. Your friends are here. Never. Bring drinks, man. Bring on drinks. I said to bring on sips, man. Never, never. Never, never. Never, never. Never, never. You say I'm passing by everybody.
Looking for fabric to suit your different needs for the occasion, the Christmas season, your dinners, your christenings, your weddings, whatever the occasion. Are you looking for fabric to make your religious garments? Visit Kalicharan's Point 14. They have all accessories and all materials down to upholstery, ladies and gentlemen. This is your welcome to Kalicharan's Point 14, where there is sale, sale, sale. You don't want to miss it.
Yes, man. In Point 14. Yes, man.
On behalf of the management and staff at Kalicharan's Point 14, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year. Welcome again to Kalicharan's Point 14. Point 14, you can find sheeting, Christmas prints, you can find canopy decorations, you can find curtains, ladies and gentlemen, you can find cotton, you can find a wide variety of fabric from silk to denim to suiting to all your Christmas fabrics. Visit Kalicharan's Point 14 today.
Yes, man.
A wide variety. A wide variety.
Look, yes, man. Yes, man. And nice prices. Yes, man. Yes, man. Ladies and gentlemen. And they have it in a big way.
You are accusing me for having unsigned.
Oi. Hey, doctor. Talk now.
Yeah, that's the long time style, boy. Suck it out, you don't know. Did you know that?
And it's that.
And it's that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All the best, eh? And it's that good, brother. Afternoon time, ladies and gentlemen, I just come to show you when it is happen to be past 2.14 early in the morning. You're looking for the best following, the best bubbles, the best saina, brothers and sisters, the best food. And stuff like that. They have cold drinks, and the staff is very respectable and reliable. Although you don't come out every day, so hopefully after this commercial, you will be out and about every day. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you. Everybody soon arrive. So they're looking at the man and they're looking at the young lady. And they see a man in the background, okay? In mind. Right?
Smile.
So point 14, right in front of the market. So you're passing through point 14 early in the morning. Come into lunchtime, don't worry. You just re-up. Again, our brother soon arrive is here. So we now come out by the restaurant or we by the outlet. The outdoor outlet. Either way, soon arrive is soon arrive. Correct me if I'm wrong. Soon arrive is soon arrive. So Trinidad and Tobago point 14. In point 14 this Christmas, we know people out and about doing the thing. Some people still looking for down. I mean, you're busy? Stop in and get something to eat. You need to stay focused, you need to stay strong. And this is what soon arrive is here for. Whether you're looking for local cuisine in the restaurant, rice and things, you're just looking for your palori, your saina, your doubles, whatever it is. You're finding yourself by soon arrive either by the market or next to Royal Castle. Christmas, everyone. Let me show you when you're visiting point, you're looking for something to eat, where you're stopping to get it. See that sign there?
Everybody to get together and do something nice. Lesson, you ready?
Let's go.
It's painting time.
Management and staff at Sunarine's Restaurant and Sunarine's Restaurant is here to serve you, the people of Point 14 and Trinidad and Tobago. And again, we wish you a Merry Christmas. See my lovely wife collecting her thing there? Brothers and sisters understand what's going on. Does each one help one? A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Merry Christmas from the management and staff at Sunarine's Restaurant. Thank you.
It's Christmas, man. Never, never. Bring drinks, man. Bring sips. Your friends are here. Never. Bring drinks, man. Bring on drinks. I said to bring on sips, man. Never, never. Never, never. Never, never. Never, never. You say I'm passing by everybody.
Again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Welcome back. Again, I just want to welcome each and every one of you, those of you who are on YouTube, Facebook. Blessed good afternoon. Again, we thank you very much for giving us the continuous opportunity to express ourselves on your platform. Blessed good day, Trinidad and Tobago. Our responsibility to create the environment for us to have a good time. And you know you can't have a good time under pressure. So right now you're under pressure. You've been under pressure for the last 9 years and 8 months. And you just might be saying, boy, it's 8 months now, nearly 8 months now this government in office. Even what's going on with you, what's going on with them people. Ladies and gentlemen, I totally utilizing today to talk about things that we see that we like and we don't like. So again, I am comfortable to announce to you this afternoon that brothers and sisters that was working CPEP, you know those who they went to court for? The folks who wasn't given a raise, wasn't given an opportunity to make our money to carry back respectfully for their family.
And must discuss what we should and shouldn't do.
You know the brothers and sisters left us now? Them is the politician and also the contractors. thing wrong. Nah,
Let's have a good time.
Nah.
No, me lover.
I think you're going to check yourself. Somebody say, what about Heavy talk show? What happened with Heavy? Heavy was sick, bad. Heavy had the cold. And then he had to save the energy because I don't know if you know Heavy out and about on a boat ride this weekend. I believe it is. Yeah, I believe it's this weekend self. It's breaking down boat ride.
Me lover. I used to worry about you having a second hand.
This person said the volume very, very low.
Me lover. As if to help me fulfill my duty as a man.
But we hearing it, I hearing it loud and clear here. That is it plainly.
It's so amusing to hear abusing and accusing. It's so confusing and only messing up your mind.
This is what I'm saying. Thank you very much for clarifying that. Semantics at CJ in the building. Paul, big up yourself. Bless good afternoon. Lucky Lal, bless good afternoon to you. You know what I want to say good afternoon to? You see my brother who came all the way down to Point 14 to make sure that we could do this, we could have this music playing loud and clear. I want to special as me and my family. Matter of fact, all the supporters, all the listeners and all the viewers, big brother. I know you tell me make sure that you stay anonymous. But again, we must say thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming and get this thing rectified. I want to send some love to my brother Jordan over there in Tobago. And Tobago, bless good afternoon to you.
Special to abuse.
Ladies and gentlemen, the phone line is there. You could open it. Again, you have the opportunity to call in. Yes, man. Mr. Freeport, bless good afternoon again, big brother.
Good afternoon again, boy. You see that discussion you had there? You just make me call back.
Talk to me.
I had three different situations. But I would just give you a highlight of two, but I'll give you the bigger problem.
Yeah.
I had a problem with my wife and all. She went to have baby. And I went to see my wife and they started to rough me up. But I started to get on.
Well, yeah.
I started to get on.
Well, yeah.
And I tell them, I said, the only thing all you could do in this hospital is to get the security and put me out. I said, you can't do nothing else.
Yeah.
I have my wife in here. I have my wife in here. She come to have baby. And I can't see her. That is one.
Yeah.
It had another time. I went in there, boy. I went in with my kidney. And when I tell you, it had some nurses there. It had some nice one. I meet two nice ones.
Yeah.
One from a Negro woman from Kunopia and an Indian from Atbagin. They was real nice to me.
Yeah.
But the bigger problem, I get burned in my foot. I went to the hospital and they're moving slow.
Oh gosh.
I'm telling them what to do. We can't do that. We can't do that. I on a chair and I lose 3 toes sitting on a chair.
Oh gosh. What?
3 toes. 3 toes. They amputate 3 of my toe sitting on a chair. When I get a bed, they keep me there until a whole month. And Then they carry me downstairs because they keep me too long and the foot get bad.
Yeah.
They carry me downstairs. They amputate my foot. No painkiller. About 11 o'clock in the night, I can't take the pain.
Mm-hmm.
And this nurse come and tell me, Mister, you're making noise. I said, well, if I have pain, what you want me to do?
Yeah.
I said, I have pain. I can't take the pain. Oh, the people want to sleep. I said, well, I want to sleep too.
Yeah, but the pain.
So,
the pain.
so a nurse come, and she gone and she said, coming back there, so I'm going and see what they prescribed for you.
Yes.
And she come with a syringe in she hand.
Mm-hmm.
She give my injection and the pain gone.
All right.
So it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy inside that hospital. One of the time when they carry me to they carry me to do something in the theater, was around lunchtime.
Yeah.
The person who given lunch passed.
Yeah.
When I come back, I call one of the nurses. I said, nurse, you know, I was in theater. I ain't get nothing to eat.
Mm-hmm.
She said, well, that's not my problem. I said, well, normally, what I know, if they take me away from the bed and meals pass, they just cover it and put it.
Yeah.
That is not my problem. That is not my problem.
No.
One pass with juice, no cup.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I have no cup, you know. I said, well, I have a bottle. Here, next one. Don't give nobody nothing in bottle. I said, well, if you can't put it in the bottle, how I'll get it?
Yes.
You know? And all of them have attitude. I see real trouble inside here, you know? Real trouble.
Jesus.
And you having attitude, doctor have attitude, nurse have attitude.
Freeport.
But you see this too.
Freeport, that is very, very troubling. And the fact that you and Granny experience that, God could only know how many people actually experience that out there. This is why we're asking our nurses, despite what we're going through, we're asking our medical fraternity, despite what you are going through, the heights is there are people that build this country, that contribute to this country. And we cannot treat our elderly persons like that. I'm not asking you to ignore your problems. I'm not asking that. And this is why, Freeport, I went to a community, a police community meeting, right? And that was down Fanny Village some years ago. And everybody talking about the criminal and crime was raising and all this kind of thing, right? But at the time, the former administration, them was in the middle of asking the police to do more and better could be done. And the leaders and all was saying that police ain't coming outside and keeping the police door closed and all this kind of conversation was going on. So when I went to the meeting as the perspective of a person living in the community, and I went to the meeting also as somebody who have friends and family who is police officers. So I went there with two perspectives. So when they ask now questions and answers, time reach. And I asked the question. I say, hold on. I say, officer, listening to what it is you saying, you know, was a senior officer at the time. In them days, Mr. Gary Griffith was the commissioner of police. And I ask him, I say, officer, I catch what it is you saying, you know, and the youths, we, the people in the community, we have a responsibility. We have to talk to our children. We have to go back to the days when a neighborhood used to bring up a child. Them agree with it. Everybody agree with it. And then I also went into the conversation at this angle. I said, let me ask you a question now. Based on the information that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, is actually seeing, because we is not the people who going to work, we is the people who watching the threats that does come out against the police officers. We watching the type of guns the police officers and them have to go up against. So I asking the senior officer now, I say, officer, let me ask you a question. Sir, I want to know, as someone who living in the community, how often is it required for a police officer in the police service to do a psychiatric evaluation where they have access to counseling if they are not directly up to standard to work? And the man find that was a disrespect, Freeport.
Well, you see, them fellas feel that people like me and you can't ask them question or suggest anything to them,
The man started quarreling in
And
the
that is
meeting.
what breaking down the society,
Yeah.
Because it has some policemen. All right, let me say a young policeman meet me,
Mm-hmm.
right? I just joined a reference. They meet me on the road. They wouldn't talk to me as a senior person, They would talk to me as a little boy
Look,
and
Freeport,
want to rough me up.
hear this Freeport. Lucky Lal say, Lucky Lal is real trouble, yes? Lucky Lal say, Freeport, bro, the next time I go in to the hospital, I walk in with 6 pan of biscuit. That does motivate them. Lucky Lal, take away, take away. Oh my God.
Take win, Lucky Lal, take win. And here we go on. Just recently, just maybe a couple of months before I get to know you,
Yeah.
I end up over
Mm-hmm.
with a pain.
Mm-hmm.
Over do X-ray, they do tests, they do everything. They send me San Fernando.
Mm-hmm.
I remain San Fernando from must be about 8 o'clock midnight
Mm-hmm.
till about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock the next morning. But they put a bag of drips on me.
Yeah.
And an Indian doctor, a senior Indian doctor come, he takes shift and come and watch me just say, Sam, nothing happened to you. You're going home. And make the nurse pull out the drips from my hand.
Jesus.
And he gave me a prescription for Tylenol or some kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
So I tell him, I say, when I tell you honestly speaking, you see when them come disrespectful to me, I just be very, very disrespectful.
Yes.
I said, Doc, here what's going on? What you telling me here, nothing adding up, I said, because I was in Cuba, right? Cuba do X-ray, they do everything. And it's something that they couldn't handle. And they send me San Fernando. You telling me nothing wrong?
No.
So when coming out now, I want to ask a doctor where I want to make a report.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked me what happened. I said, well, Cuba sent me here. Something had to be wrong for Cuba to send me here, that they can handle it.
Yeah.
So he asked me, he gone on the computer and he check in. He said, they're supposed to put a catheter on you. That is the bag.
That's the same bag they take off.
So, what they take off is the drips.
Right.
So, I said, well, that is news to me. He said something wrong. I said, well, you see, this is what I talking about. Cuba sent me here because they couldn't handle it.
Yes.
And this doctor telling me nothing wrong. And he sent me home. And when people there's always say, and I tell them, and I talking loud, my mouth loud.
Yeah.
Everybody watching me. I say, I just always hear people has come and spend whole night in the hospital. And when they going home, Panadol or Tylenol, I say, look, that's what I get it. Up to now, I have the prescription. Up to now.
Freeport, I'm so sorry to hear that. Real. No, we can do better than that.
So, you see when Granny talk about it?
Yeah.
I know about that better.
Nah,
and I used to see a lot of things like that happening. And this is why I always talk about the children hospital.
Yes.
When you hear you go as a senior person in the hospital and you see children, underage children, 5, 6, 10, had to go through the same thing you're going through, it does bother me because I know what is going on. Sometimes I just go into the hospital so often. Sometimes I just spend a whole night on a recliner, you know.
Yeah.
Look, the last time I went in the hospital, I get about 9 o'clock the next day. You know, so
Yes.
you know these things they could do better than that.
Yes, they could do better than that. And we're encouraging them to do
They
better
could do
than
that,
that.
but they don't care. And one good thing about the African girl from Colombia,
Yeah.
I said, no, how it is you does work different to the rest of nurse and them. She said, Uncle, I take a job to perform my duty.
Yes.
And I just want to do that.
Amen.
And the Indian girl from at Bagan tell me the same thing too. The only mistake I make, I did not take their number.
Oh gosh. Now
Because
you meet
people
them
like
again.
them, so
Yeah,
it
it's
is
nice when you meet
good
good people to stay in connection with good people.
Yes, you have to always keep in touch with them.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, Freeport.
Well, boy, Felix, you have a listeners on this program.
Yes,
Blessed
man.
evening to everyone.
Same to you. Same to
God
you, big
bless
brother.
everyone.
And thank you much for your contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, again, family and friends, we out and we about. I just want to say to the nurses, doctors, ward attendants, orderly, Granny back out and about. Granny, bless good afternoon.
Yeah, no. I want to let the youth know.
Yes.
All who want jobs. I see Khadija, I hear Khadija, I mean, with every regional corporation, they're taking people to work. And they're paying you, I think they're paying you more than minimum wage.
Yeah.
Right? Now, so what place you qualify for is the regular work. If you do laboring, nothing wrong, Mr. Felix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, one of our papers, you're qualified for a contract work for 3 months because you can't do it.
Yeah.
But they were laboring. But what can I mind you on your terrain?
Nah, that they make
It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad, it's bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, right now, I'm from Beach. Right now, the people taking the tail caught me 111.
Mm-hmm.
Not like the rain or sun, you have to work 8 to 4, 7 to 3.
Must.
For $200. You have to go and pick one cocoa from down the hill, so take up the hill, the highest hill is where I work. So my hill, yes. And the people working for $200. No, even though they get $4,000 a month working.
Yeah.
Right now, people don't want to work. They will come around my name.
Nah, that wouldn't work. We're not accepting that. We have to make sure and make money to make sure that we elderly brothers and sisters could get increase in pension in the future. Nah.
Extra food needs people right now to push trolley.
Yes.
All right. Extra food, they in a big supermarket right by Trin City Mall. They can go and put the name for whatsoever they qualify to do.
Yeah.
Economic percent, they live a big place in Quebec. All of them in the bank. I know all of them father.
I see Unipec come and fence around
They can
point
go and
14.
put the name for what they qualify to do. If you're pushing trolley, and you're getting $4,000, $5,000 a month, 8 months now, the UNC government, they $40,000, they will eat out all that. $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
8 was 36.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, Granny.
36 or 32 something. You would have still had something, but you're boring. One of them in all them radio stations that Christmas coming and Kamala had to see about all you. Kamala see about all your books.
Yeah.
For the school, everything for your children to go.
Me?
I mean, if your backbone breaks, or you have a kidney problem, and you go with the papers, you were there.
Yeah.
You see the fellas selling fine on Rob coming in gold and gold. He's an activist. He has to do his work to mind his life at children.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was in little children, selling little Indian children, selling lower down by a big tree. The father when I was activist, they had to work to mind the children.
Yes,
You
yes.
can't go for camera will give every activist work, their contract work. We're qualified to sweet house, we're contract work. Go and work, man, all you.
We hired to clean house
So
every day.
I telling all you, where all you will go and all you will get work.
Yeah. Yes. And we
You
thanking you for
understand?
that. Yes.
And I'm glad if the nurses could do better and the doctors and them be more careful, I will meet. I'm only waiting for next, give them a chance. If God generalize next year,
Yeah.
I will meet with Mr. Alexander.
Right.
And I will meet with the minister
Right.
for health. Those are the two most important things.
Yes.
Health and security.
Yes.
And I will meet them in person. It's the first time I will meet people. I don't want this happen like the PNM government.
Right. Right.
When I go there, all
Yes.
emergency, they can have a bed, they put me with drips to sit down day and night on a bench.
Yeah.
I'm going to put me on a bed, they put a piece of, they can have no bed sheet, no coverlet, they put a piece of paper.
Not that bad.
Lucky my neighbor, children, his doctors, they just phone up my children and they bring bed sheet, coverlet, socks, everything for me. I don't want that to happen, so I have to meet with them.
Right. Understood.
Next year, right, so I said, let me tell you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Granny, and thank you much. Always a blessing.
And I want the people to come out and do all the work.
Yes.
And I want you to call me after this program.
What do? What do?
So I listen every PNM program till 11 midnight.
Yes.
I'm calling in your program. I'm calling in the football program.
Yes, man.
Right? No, I'm just telling you what I want. Granny done going by the bank attorney. I want to see the country good.
Yes, man.
Yeah, I want to see governance for the youth. Who is activist and who is not activist.
Yes.
Because I risking myself too.
Yes.
Yeah? I don't care about that. And me are not afraid.
And you're free.
I'm afraid of TNM.
Lovely.
They want to frighten people, but I want you to call me after the program.
What do? What
I'm
do?
going to tell you what the TNM and I'm going to do after the SOE.
All right.
Right.
All right, Granny. Thank you much. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I thanking Granny very much for her contribution. And we have our people. I want to just tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, once you stay focused, you know what have to be done.
Some people in the world today don't realize that worries don't pay. Let the people in the world today.
There was a time in Trinidad and Tobago we could not play this music when this come up on the radio anyway. I would drive past it. Yes?
Only bringing you older and older.
But when you had representatives who were minding the business, and I just want to say this to even to our current government.
Never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking hard.
Well, let we do this thing smart, let we do this thing sensible, and let we do this thing together.
Don't mind how you're suffering bad.
We listen to the conversation coming from the Prime Minister.
What I'm saying is true.
Guarantee was given. When it comes to the man on the ground, they will be met. So I hope all who was quarreling and saying the government forget them, all who was quarreling and saying that we ain't gonna work on the UNC wicked, I hope some of you, because some of you done start to work already, I've seen all you. So I hope your man and woman enough to come out and tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Granny said to me, Ulrich boy, never ever worry.
And again, I just want to bring up, nobody was expecting that we would have found that level of corruption in CPEP.
She told me as a matter of fact,
nobody was expecting that at all.
keep in touch with the Almighty.
Somebody put up something here. Let me see a conversation I don't see.
She said to never ever worry. Don't mind how things looking at. The granny told me, never ever worry. Don't mind how you're suffering.
Felix and everyone I saw on Facebook post is early today by Josh. Had an interview with the bar owners in Barataria complaining his liquor restaurant suffered sales losses because of the rise in alcohol price. Totally understood. Totally understood. I noticed that them out and about again too. But I am saying, if it is you pay attention, this is what is happening in this country. What tends to happen in Trinidad, and I pray that this government don't get caught up with it.
A few weeks ago,
The people who actually support what you're doing,
a fella
we
wanted,
tend to ignore those persons.
you know, he ran quite on by the
We
way.
tend to treat those, if somebody had to get treated bad, we tend to treat the people who support him bad.
In the street, from the time that he drinks skin fall by.
I'm just saying that I pray that that spirit do not spread through Trinidad and Tobago.
You feel that things really hard. The fella telling, never ever worry.
And to the bar owners, I just want to say something because I myself had that conversation in Point 14, and I didn't have the conversation for the fact that the price raise and the government wicked, because I listen in the angle that folks going about it, and that angle, I don't want to be a part of that conversation. I would mention it today because at 648 television here, we started the conversation. Everybody else called me personally to find out, boy, how we going to talk about that? Because and we had the conversation because I went out and get the relevant information from the person who are being impacted by that decision head on. And the conversation is, yes, alcohol raised in the past, but especially here in Point 14, we don't have much of those. You know, sometimes you're watching a program and you might see people with 6 and 7 different items on the table and thing. That is businesses who reach the standard that them in fear who shop by them. I is the owner of this, and I supporting this government and the government policies, so they will advertise by her. Down in Point 14 here, I don't have that luxury. Honestly, I don't have that luxury. You have very few businesses, and the businesses who reaching out, well, all you go see them. Who didn't reach out, well, then you just have to sit down and just think. Because what is being done, it is being done to keep information so that our people who supporting the government and the coalition of interests, they be aware, understand that nobody didn't forget you. You just might forget the information. But it's my responsibility to remind you that what is being done, we ask for the government to deal with corruption. When the government decided to tackle corruption head on, look at where they meet in CPEP. Those are the consequences of when you're fixing and rectifying a problem. You just have to go through a period, a piece of strain, broken down, battered and bruised, despite you were mentally damaged. And when you come and win this election, to the CPEP workers, you know, nobody never really asked the CPEP workers, how will they feel to know that CPEP contractors receive new contracts, more money than make, and they continue to utilize you like modern day slavery, like you as a slave, kept you at a particular thing, give you scraps, and just give you enough money that you have to, listen, you have to come to the PNM meeting. How you feel? I think now that people heading back out to work, we could start that conversation now. Or we could leave that for next week. Let me leave that for next week. Let me leave that for next week. Let me see who on the phone line here. Bless good afternoon, caller. Bless good afternoon, caller. Caller, your call drop. Brothers and sisters, as we saying, this afternoon I tell you I ain't going too deep. I ain't come with no planned program. But my responsibility based on what is taking place in front of our eyes, no matter how dotish they call Alexander, Minister Alexander, you know what I've seen too and I don't understand? Because obviously, if the people of Trinidad and come to terms that despite how it is you feel about Gary Griffith made impact when it comes to law enforcement. What kind of frightening to me, if Gary Griffith is saying that he actually want to help and support this government, the government ain't put out no statement like how the former administration did it yet.
Tell them to never ever worry. Don't mind how.
And Gary Griffith on social media explaining, now me saying you have to agree with Alexander, let me be real, because you have experience and Minister Alexander have experience too.
What I'm saying is,
but if the argument and the conversation is when you was the commissioner of police, today is not the commissioner of police, but you just could end up being an advisor when it comes to security in Trinidad and Tobago. But what I'm saying is, if your heart and your soul and your mind is for the betterment of Trinidad and Tobago and the curbing of crime, why, Mr. Griffith, you utilizing your time in this period to embarrass Mr. Alexander? Why you jumping on the PNM bandwagon? This is why we continue to say all run all the election, you know. But all it was PNM out groups. Like all it was just there to block votes to try to make sure that UNC didn't win election.
she told me as a matter.
This is why, ladies and gentlemen, we say God do sleep.
Behind my back. Keep in touch with the
I'm
Almighty.
listening to Gary Griffith and it have people, even in the UNC, think that if Gary Griffith given an opportunity, he could make impact when it comes to the curbing of crime. With Mr. Alexander, with Minister Alexander in the position that he's in, Mr. Govera in the position he's in, Mr. Sturgis where he is,
What I'm saying
and
is,
everybody come together with the police structure to bring about the relevant thing, utilize the ideas, sit down and discuss. Mr. Griffith, if you were serious about that, you would have never go back to playing pecan games. And this is what I'm saying in this beautiful country. It seems to me like we tend to take some. She say we don't need Gary. Well, you see, so Gary, you don't have the support of everybody. Some people support you and it have people who don't want no part. But what I'm saying is, if you were serious, Gary, about helping the curb crime, you would not be on this part right now.
fella snatch it up and started to eat.
You as seen.
Never ever worry. You feel that things really hard.
Anthony say performance beat old talk any day.
You feel that you're suffering bad. Yes, he told you. Never ever worry. What I'm saying is true. Presently you could see.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends, the mic volume is low. You see if you start over your phone in a while, I think you should start over your phone. Because it's loud and clear here. It's loud and clear. Again, hold on. We only have about 2 minutes again before we lock off.
What all these great scientists have said is a fact and it has been told. What reason it was sickness in the world? Oh yes, therefore I explain. If you let worries take charge of your brain.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my responsibility to remind you that we have a responsibility to show some respect, show gratitude. We must thank God for Jesus and always encourage our children to stay on the right path despite what you're going through, whether it's a big shot or a small shot, whether you have or you don't have. Brothers and sisters, each and every one of you know your economical situation that you are in, but that do not give you an excuse or give me an excuse to bad treat somebody, to disrespect somebody, or practice crime.
I know things looking on. I tell you, never ever worry. Don't mind how you're suffering back.
That riot conversation, I'm blaming Imbert for opening that conversation in this part. He was asking for a riot when sitting as the minister. So listen, they prepared the people for this, you know. They prepared the people for this because they know a time like this just in case that it come.
Trini decide to play brazen.
And this is why they inciting the minds of the young people.
Asking you to try some crab.
That's the only reason why Miss Gasby Dolly, who was, listen, Miss Gasby Dolly, who was the Minister of Education, and didn't even build the school in her own constituency. But after losing election, she come to incite the Burgesses in her own constituency to act up.
Flying fish and cocoa. When I go, I going to tell Gertrude she must come to Trinidad and enjoy good food. Good Lord.
Marvin Gonzalez knew all what Barry Padarat could do. He could sit down and he could explain to you exactly what the UNC government could do to be successful, to bring about help, support, and stability in Trinidad and Tobago. Totally forgetting that he was sitting with a government that borrowed the most money that was ever borrowed on behalf of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And on top of that, while sitting as the Minister of Public Utility, allowed the water delivery of Trinidad and Tobago to drop to 17% after their government inherited a 70% capacity.
That thing is really sweet. It's the sweetest crab meat I ever made. And I dash me knife in the park.
Look at me, each and every person have to do the thing, and there are people who feel that they could disrespect me. Some people feel that they could mama guy, feel it's all of that. But at the end of the day, I know where my children going to school and I know what they're experiencing. I live in Trinidad and Tobago. I see what's going on. I see what was done to the people. I see what was done to the middle class. The middle class was eliminated in this country. Our children was left dormant in school with knee-height water without utilizing the book exchange that was installed. Their laptops being stripped. By now we were supposed to be having children with their e-books online.
He said, Trini, that was a lovely stew. I did just as you asked.
And let me be real, I not being naive too, you know. I know plenty of people saying they're supporting you.
Before
some of we standing up and yellow is the code and all kind of thing. Although while the election was going on, you did see them in the jersey. But today, they've been
oh Lord,
they've been entertained. But suffice to be so.
I eat like a glutton.
My conversation with that is that, brothers and sisters, those of you who have the power, those of you who have the responsibility to make sure and do the right thing because the public is watching. Continue to disrespect the people that supported you, publicly defend you, and then come back and make a set of excuses like this supposed to be comfortable. You're not actually bringing no impact to the person you're disrespecting. All you're doing is affecting your own self. I know when Miss Kamala Prasad Bisesa explained to people, listen to me, she know it have people who was in the public domain. And she hoping that her ministers or representative pick up the phone, answer and address the shortcoming.
Try to hold them, they start to hop.
While we at it, each and every one of us, if it is your idea of government supporting you, is sitting down and believing the government responsibilities to mind you on a monthly basis when you're barely making contribution, that maths is not making sense. Matter of fact, I have enough sense to know that my children, I need my children off to college. So sitting down and waiting on a hamper.
Good Lord.
Sitting down and complaining about this and that. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, when I was on 91.9, and was the same thing I was doing. Was the same thing I doing, pushing the button the same way, speaking the same way. God have a way he does provide. And we came here and we withstood the test and we carried the message. And God say he will send the relevant person, and he always tell me that. God say he will send the right person, and the right person me. The right person comment and when the right person come through. And now today we clear?
Together and do something nice.
So again, I want to thank each and every one of you all.
DJ Bones. It's painting time.
So I just want to say, let we do this thing right and let we do this thing balanced, because when it's going wrong, just the other day, nobody ain't walking and everybody curling the government wicked and the government bad. Now people getting called out in the Ministry of Works. Those who was working CPEP, now they're working in the Ministry of Work. And I'm saying I'm thanking God, I'm thanking my government, I'm thanking my representative, I'm thanking everybody who made it possible. Granny calling and she put the conversation out with Khadija Amin. Where they're looking to incorporate brothers and sisters into the relevant corporations. expecting to see. If it is you want, you could be a part of the drag down UNC crew. You could be a part of the Miss Kamaliza Indian crew. You could be a part of that conversation. But my responsibility is to encourage the conversation where I want to hear the people and them who I want to be around. The people who I want to be around right now. The people who understand that our differently able and our disabled people, we have to work to build revenue to make sure that them receive the relevant support. The people who I want to be around right now is the people who totally understand that, you see, we elderly brothers and sisters, we pensioners, if it is we don't work and help our government build revenue, brothers and sisters, we old people who can't get a pension, sorry for calling it we old people. What I want right now, I want the brothers and sisters to understand, not just sit back and say government do this, government do that. Understand that we must be a part of revenue building in this country because we have roads to fix, we have schools to complete, we have a university to finish outfit, we have a syllabus, ladies and gentlemen, we have things to do. We want the relevant increase for we nurses. And we also want our medical fraternity to understand that you're dealing with a new government. We're asking all of our little patience. Asking all of our little patience. We're not ungrateful. We're thanking you all for your service over the years. We're not ungrateful. We're just asking you that we be real and reasonable. We can't threaten the nation to shut down the medical fraternity, the medical services because. And it's not like nobody wasn't fighting for you. You can't come and pull off that. After the opposition is who was standing for you, Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa and the whole team, even here and all, we prayed and lobby for you all. So you can't do us that are begging. Please don't take that part. That will look ungrateful. But in the last administration, I sit back and I watch year after year, not one president come out and make a statement. I listen. I listen in the police, the president of the police service union association, the union man. I listen here out and about and breaking down, having conversations. I remember when Mr. Fitzgerald Hines had come out and tell Trinidad and Tobago not $1 for the police. Where was those folks? Where was those folks? This is what I'm saying. You know the slogan here is each one help one. Brothers and sisters, let we do the thing the right way. We want it done the right way. The police is our family. The medical fraternity is our family. The taxi driver, the person who cash in my KFC, my family might be working in Point KFC. But I'm sure if we look closely, we have a family working KFC. Whether they're working as a cashier, cleaner, the administrative end, wherever.
Instagram, Facebook, and SoundCloud.
The security officers, all of them is our family, ladies and gentlemen. All the public servants is our family, and it's our responsibility to want the best for them. I just asking our public servants and the relevant persons, only let us practice some patience, please. You sat back and you wait 9 years and 8 months, and not 9 years and 8 months comfortably. 9 years and 8 months under victimization, under extortion. While you was not being paid and while you was being victimized, your family member who was out of this country for COVID-19, they kept your family locked out. You need to remember these things.
So she didn't call.
To my governing authority, we must appreciate the people that make their contribution on a daily basis.
She tell me I want it. I want it. I can't wait all it.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, it's your boy Irvin, and I want to thank you all for tuning in, for viewing, for listening with us. Until we meet again tomorrow, please, the Lord Saturday.
Tell me I want it. I can't wait all.
That is how it go look. Double O, you say the right thing. And I think they know better than that. Well, some of them at least supposed to know that it had people who stood up for them. Especially this program, and you guys have been supporting here for the longest. I personally give you experience and nurses that I met up during the COVID-19 period. And you see what's going on. We get some conversation with nurses was very, very negligent.
We only have fun. The only thing we doing is drinking plenty. One for the road.
We are saying blessed good afternoon to our brothers and sisters on Facebook.
One for the road. Yeah. One for the road.
I seen Ross, blessed good afternoon. Mr. Abdon Mason, blessed good afternoon.
We having a good time with fun and death.
Ram Paul, blessed good afternoon. Blessed good afternoon. Miss Plenty, blessed good afternoon. Sister Delfish, big up yourself. Blessed good afternoon.
One for the road.
can, big up yourself. Bless good afternoon to you. I see the yellow hearts. I seeing it. Bless good afternoon to you.
We don't want food. One for the road. One for the road.
Man say one for the road, one for the road, ladies and gentlemen.
One for the road.
Before I leave here, I want to give you one for the road.
Bring the road.
If you happen to be in Point 14, tomorrow, please the Lord, is Saturday. Matter of fact, the Kalicharan explained to me that they would be open on Sunday. Santa Flora, big up yourself. Nothing but love, and we thank you very much for being with us.
One for the road.
Rishi, I see you in the building. One more.
One for the road.
One for the road.
We drinking, we liming, we having a good time. Once we have good bash, we...
No, Double O, this is so serious. Because why saying when this was done, I'm telling the public that we didn't get one time. Miss Pata Senior. And it so happened that they accepted the Tina biscuit. Now somebody telling them that the government victimizing them. Same government where when they were sitting in opposition spoke about that Tina biscuit and explained when given the opportunity they will bring betterment. Let me be real, everybody can get you at the same time. The evidence is before our eyes. Look how much prime minister we have in this country. One prime minister running the government. Not because in the former administration, every one of them is the political leader. That is not the structure that you see. When you're looking for governance, you must be able to show the structure that those under you could follow leadership. And if there's one thing that we know early, if you can't be a good follower, it is impossible to be a good leader. So I'm sending out some love to my government, my Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sending out some love to the Member of Parliament for Point 14, Minister Ernesto Raymond. I'm sending out some love to the entire UNC family, wherever you may be. This afternoon, whether you're in Penal, whether you're in Dede, you could be in Saparia, you could be in Princess Shogunas, you could be Edinburgh 500, you could be Sawa, Guayari, Shakari. They go Martin East, they go Martin West. Bless good afternoon. I'm sending out a blessed good afternoon to Golconda, Cedros, Erin, Buenos Aires, and Ikaka. Bless good afternoon to Labre, Rosilac, and Dow. Bless good afternoon to Princess Strong. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Irvin, and I am out until we meet again tomorrow. Please, the Lord love you. Bye-bye.
It's Christmas, man. Never, bring drinks, man. Bring sips. Your friends are here. Never, bring drinks, man. Bring on drinks. I said to bring on sips, man. Never, This say I'm passing by everybody.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Once again, you know it's your boy Irvin, it's 6 Point Television, and again we find ourselves in beautiful, lovely, blessed Point 14. Brothers and sisters, we find ourselves in Kalicharan's establishment. Now, mind me, ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive Christmas closing down sale. Ladies and gentlemen, every single thing must go. So I need you to call somebody who knows somebody. Let them know. After years of dedication, years of service in Point 14, the Kalicharan family just taking a little break. And it's our responsibility to get every single item, every single product that we need. Brothers and sisters, if you say that you don't use it, you need it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's Christmas time. So as you hear the music in the background, I want to encourage you at Kalicharan Point 14 on the main road. Brothers and sisters, and get all your items that you need this blessed Christmas. Every single thing here is on sale. Every single thing must go. So I will just walking down the aisles one by one. And I want to encourage you. Monday to Saturday, you happen to be in Point 14, you're stepping into Kalicharan right next, opposite Furniture Plus to be exact. Ladies and wait, let me reverse here so that you get them things. Nice little Christmas cups, your Christmas bucket, You're getting your nice little items. Come on here, your baking pan. Every single thing that you could be thinking about as we navigate towards this Christmas season. Brothers and sisters, is right here at Culture. And as I told you, it's a closing down sale. So everything must go. Every single thing must go. So listen to me, tomorrow, please the Lord, is already Saturday the 6th. Brothers and sisters, yes, bags, jeans, pants, nice suits, every single thing. Yeah.
Are you looking for fabric to suit your different needs for the occasion, the Christmas season, your dinners, your christenings, your weddings, whatever the occasion? Are you looking for fabric to make your religious garments? Visit Kalicharan's Point 14. They have all accessories and all materials down to upholstery, ladies and gentlemen. This is your welcome to Kalicharan's Point 14, where there is sale, sale, sale. You don't want to miss it.
Yes, man. In Point 14. Yes, ma'am.
Hey. On behalf of the management and staff at Kalicharan's Point 14, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year. Welcome again to Kalicharan's Point 14.
Hey, every time foreign season comes around, day and night I hearing the same old song. As I pick up me quattro to go with me boy. Before I hit the door, you start making noise. When this year trying something new, I staying home with you. All the choice I have been. I'm tired of the complaining, the constant tongue lashing. So when they come
At Kalicharan's Point 14, you can find sheeting, Christmas prints, you can find canopy decorations, you can find curtains, ladies and gentlemen, you can find cotton, you can find a wide variety of fabric from silk to denim to suiting to all your Christmas fabrics. Visit Kalicharan's Point 14 today.
Yes,
A wide variety.
look, yes, man. Yes, man. And nice prices. Yes, man. Yes, man. Ladies and gentlemen.
every time when
And they have it in a big way.
you accusing me for having unsigned
Boy.
and when I deny, you swell up your mouth. You really know what parang is about. So when you so
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Once again, you know it's your boy Irvin, it's 6 Television, and again we find ourselves in beautiful, lovely, blessed Point 14. Brothers and sisters, we find ourselves in Kalicharan's establishment. Now, mind me, ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive Christmas closing down sale. Ladies and gentlemen, every single thing must go. So I needed to call somebody who knows somebody. Let them know. After years of dedication, years of service in Point 14, the Kalicharan family just taking a little break. And it's our responsibility to get every single item, every single product that we need. Brothers and sisters, if you say that you're not used to it, you need it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's Christmas time. So as you hear the music in the background, I want to encourage you at Kalicharan Point 14 on the main road. Brothers and sisters, and get all your items that you need this blessed Christmas. Every single thing here is on sale. Every single thing must go. So I will just walking down the aisles one by one. And I want to encourage you. Monday to Saturday, you happen to be in Point 14, you're stepping into Kalicharan right next, opposite Furniture Plus to be exact. Ladies and wait, let me reverse here so that you get them things. Nice little Christmas cups, your Christmas bucket. You're getting your nice little items. Come on here, your baking pan. Every single thing that you could be thinking about as we navigate towards this Christmas season. Brothers and sisters, is right here at Kalicharan. And as I told you, it's a closing down sale. So everything must go. Every single thing must go. So listen to me tomorrow, please the Lord, is already Saturday the 6th. Brothers and sisters, yes, have bags, jeans, pants, nice suits, every single thing. Yeah.
It's Christmas, man. Never, bring drinks, man. Bring sips. Your friends are here. Never. Bring drinks, man. Bring on drinks. I said to bring on sips, man. Never, 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 never.